Today we're at the Canopy Challenge course at Fall Creek Falls State Park in the great state of Tennessee. And we're talking about the who, when, and what of doing in-house challenge course inspections. And that starts right now. Hello everyone, Don Stock here with another challenge course pro tip powered by the Adventure Guild, where our goal is to help you build a better, safer, and more professional challenge course program. If this is your first time checking out one of our videos, welcome, and I hope you find it helpful. Course and equipment inspections are critical components of a good risk management and accident prevention plan. And in-house inspections play a key role because they are designed to monitor the ongoing condition of courses and equipment in the time between your professional inspections, whether that's annual or some other time set by your AHJ or your course builder. So let's talk about the who, when, and what of in-house inspections. It's important to recognize that by definition, in-house means that someone from within the organization who owns the course is doing these inspections, as opposed to professional or permit inspections, which are done by people who are outside the organization. And though it's not necessary for these folks to have the depth of knowledge about course construction or industry standards or inspections that a professional inspector has in order to do these inspections, however, a solid foundation of knowledge, experience, and observational skills are critically important. The person doing the inspection needs to be competent. Industry standards define the term competent person as someone who possesses the skills, knowledge, experience, training, and judgment to perform whatever assigned task in a satisfactory manner as determined by the employer, the standards, or the regulatory body who has authority over that course. Because of this, it's common for organizations to place these important responsibilities in the hands of a course or program manager. So first and foremost, having a competent person with the level of experience and knowledge necessary overseeing your program is critical to its safe and professional operation. If you own and operate a course or are considering building one, hiring and maintaining a competent, knowledgeable person to oversee the course should be priority one. So after we've solved the who question, the next obvious question is, when do we do these in-house inspections? And there are basically three categories in which these inspections fall. The first being before use or pre-use inspections. Sometimes they're called daily inspections, but these are where we check the course and the equipment prior to bringing participants into the course area. The second type is periodic scheduled inspections, which are undertaken monthly or quarterly most often, depending upon what your manufacturer, again, recommends. Now, these inspections are a little more in-depth than a typical daily pre-use inspection, and they involve getting on the course, putting a closer eye on the different components, and making sure there are no problems developing. The final in-house inspection we're going to concern ourselves with is following severe weather. And these inspections follow after a storm that may interrupt a program or a day of operations, and these are intended to verify that the course hasn't been damaged and is still okay to use after the storm has gone through. But with all of these inspections, what should your inspectors be looking at and what should they be looking for? In our company, we use the simple acronym SEE, to help staff remember these key points. And SEE stands simply for structure, environment, and equipment. With the structure, we're simply looking at the physical components that make up the course, and we're asking the question, does everything look like it normally does? Our inspectors really don't need to worry about course design or those kinds of things. They really are just looking at the whole course and seeing if it looks normal. We're asking questions like, did the tower always lean like that? Has that streak always been down the side of that tree, or was that a lightning strike? Has that platform always been kind of unlevel, or has something fallen against it? Or does that limb look awfully close to where the zipline rider would be going through? Your in-house inspectors should look at the wire rope terminations, the platforms, the poles, the trees, the rope components, to make sure that nothing significant has changed based on their knowledge of and experience with the course. So the S is structure. When we consider the first E in C, we're thinking about the environment. And we're looking for things in, on, and around the course that could present an external hazard. That is, something that could potentially injure a staff or participant or create an unsafe condition. Things like dead trees or limbs above or around the course. Impending weather that could be a risk to participants who would be coming onto the course. An animal or insect nest, particularly under platforms and at ground level around these activities. All of these things can create dangerous situations that we need to be aware of, and the time to discover them is before you have a participant or a staff on the course. The final E and C is equipment, and here is where your inspectors put their hands and eyes on all the equipment that's used in conjunction with the course for both staff and participants. Things like ropes, harnesses, helmets, carabiners, and all the other hardware need to be inspected consistently and logged. In general, inspectors are looking for any kind of damage, wear, cuts, tears, fraying, stitching coming loose, any kind of significant rust or condition that causes malfunction or improper operation are things we need to be looking for. And for our in-depth video on gear inspection, click the link above and in the description below, and that's a whole video on details of what you're looking for on specific types of gear. But ultimately, the point with every component of these in-house inspections is if something doesn't look right or gives you pause, that's the time to close the course or set that piece of equipment aside until you can get a professional eye to evaluate the thing you think might be a problem. And if there's a question, there's not a question. Get someone who's more knowledgeable and experienced to look at it. Safe is better than sorry 100% of the time. If you have questions about inspections or any other challenge course related topic, please be sure to leave them below. We'll be answering questions there, and we're also using the frequently asked questions as topics for future challenge course pro tips videos. And if you value this video, please consider subscribing, and we will see you next time.